He could carry 7/8 of a ton and lift almost 2, or lift almost 2.5, or 1.5 tons. He'd have a carrying capacity of 1740 pounds and a lift capacity of 3480.
So he's basically one of those guys who ends up just pulling an entire freight train behind their back.
Yep.
Yeah.
To be fair,
yeah.
I
With his
also took
teeth.
an item that, due to its description, is very broken in that sense.
Mm.
Because I have
Also-
winged boots. Winged boots are one of the flying items that, unlike most other items, do not have a specified carry capacity. They simply give you a flying speed.
For a minute.
No, they give you a flying speed for up to 4 hours.
Yeah, it's just it goes in increments of a minute.
Yeah, you have to use it for at least a minute each time you use it.
Yeah.
But
So
for
if
4
we
hours
ever
a
need
day,
to deliver that friggin' military SUV,
Kundo just flying while straining above it, just Supermaning it. Oh, we're live.
I'm really excited to see what Myth is going to give us.
oh, we is live, we is live.
We live!
Nosh, what are you doing here?
Well, well,
Bernal's just gonna be fucking pissed.
the fuck you do to my kid?
Nosh, the angry man.
You know, there's a word for idiots like you. Cadavers.
Dead.
Damn.
Dead. Okay.
Look in game chat.
I'm scared. that is Banosh.
Someone said it and I had to find it. I'll do anything, just don't use that crossbow on me. Then perish.
The picture I drew of him is so appropriate.
Might have to use editing powers later to put that face on Kirby.
Oh, the Bernal's face that I drew.
Maybe.
A meme of
Bernal
Banosh.
just
He likes to
fucking
feel tall.
pissed.
He likes to feel tall.
Alright. So,
just as an update quickly, it seems that Roll20 is currently freezing up on me, so yeah.
Well, 20 being a broken? Nah.
Never.
Roll20 is the best program ever and has no problems ever.
No problems
Well,
whatsoever.
20 occasionally going down in one portion of the country, but being perfectly fine in the rest? Who would have known?
I'm restarting my computer. It's not worth trying to wait out the frozen.
Okay.
That's fair.
So,
But I'm still here.
the 2 one-shots that you saw a couple weeks ago, because last week I thought I didn't have time to run it, and I would have, but I didn't anyways, because, hey, fuck it. And,
Doesn't hurt for you to take a week off.
yeah. But we're back, and those one-shots were leading up to this, which is a short campaign, maybe. Might not be very short. Might actually be kind of long. I don't know.
We'll see how it goes.
But
Depends on how bad we fuck things up.
maybe. It also depends on how, yeah. How much talking do you want to do to everything?
Oh, so you're saying that we should make sure that everywhere we go, there's always a combat performance.
Yes.
I'm sorry, that took longer than I expected it to.
Hey, I was fine with it.
It was fun,
Yeah.
at least.
Yeah. But so I guess we'll get started then.
Yes.
Shall we do
So,
introductions?
Actually, yeah. Let's do that.
From the top.
From the top. Who's on the top?
Armored.
I think I'm.
Oh, okay. I am Armored Hunter, and I play Thravamith, the half goblin, half Goliath. Long story. Potions of growth were used. And I play a College of Swords bar who likes to stab and form in wonderful ways. And is the cousin of two other players. Player character, that is.
I am
Go.
I am Battery Batty. I play Zevin, Tramp Thornspine. He is a tiefling illusion wizard, and he's a spoiled brat that has been disowned by his family, rightfully so. And now he's winded up with this married band of assholes. So
We adopted him as our second hobo.
he was once rich, but yes, now he is a hobo.
To be fair, it was Zorali who did it this time.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hear if you get 2 more hobos, you get a free ice cream.
Fuck yeah.
No, don't incentivize her.
Okay. Well, I guess I'm next. So, I'm Danny Boop. I'm the one streaming for this, and I think this whole shenanigans ended up being my idea, at least the streaming part of things. And I am playing Zarali, Jubilation Kalalingo, the Bard of Glamour. Yes, you heard right. We have 2 bards in the party.
Yay!
We also have 2
No.
tieflings because Zarali is a tiefling.
Some might even call it a Barty.
Ah! Go sit in the pun corner.
I'll go join
Well,
Mark.
clearly we have ourselves 3 bards actually because we have a barbarian.
Ah! You go sit in the pun corner too.
Kundo's not multi-classing.
For a second, I was thinking about multi-classing Tramp to be part. And I was like, nah, I'm gonna hold off on that.
Does that lead into me?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm Andy. I play Neri, Riverwalker. Older adopted sister to Zarali because Neri is half elf, half Goliath. Long story, don't ask. She's also cousin to Thravamith, the asshole.
Ah, come on, cuz.
She is a moon druid, and she likes to be quiet and has a stick that can turn into a tree.
As you do.
And sister gives the best hugs.
I am the best doggo.
Alright then.
It's
Should
you.
it be me? Should it be I that is next, or should Myth go first?
Players
think Nick-
first.
Yeah.
Alright then. Well, hello everyone. I am Zima, Gman, Ash, Jim, whatever you want to call me, really. I play Kundo, the Verbogue Barbarian. Generally, he's a quiet fellow, but he is shown to be rather rambunctious and quite useful to the party at times. He is the first adopted hobo, and I still don't quite remember who actually chose to adopt him. He just kind of happened.
Neri found the fuzzy one.
She probably thought he was a bear at first.
Yes.
She found him in the woods. He then followed her, and she just had to ask the question. He followed me home. Can I keep him?
The rare occasion when a strange furry man follows you home, and it's actually not a bad thing.
Oh, you're not wrong.
Stranger.
All right then, but that's Kundo.
He's my fuzzy and I love him.
He's fuzzy, sleepy grandpa.
It leaves our illustrious DM.
And it just leaves me. I'm the one who has to wrangle all these idiots into some semblance of a story.
Hope we don't just say, you know what, fuck this, we're out. Playing shift.
No. I
We
mean,
have no body to plane shift with.
You
Do you
have
have a
two
tuning-
bars.
Do you have a tuning fork?
Maybe.
you can plane shift, I just can't guarantee that.
Good things will happen.
Yeah, I can't guarantee that'll save you.
Exactly.
Plane ship straight to the far realms. Hey, guess a Yugothoth ate you.
Whoa. I mean, to be fair, in our Friday game, Armored is in Innsmouth right now, so.
Not
Alright.
fun. So many spoopy things that mess with your head.
Oh, the fish people city.
Yes, and also a lizard man that likes to stab people and run away.
And apparently turn invisible.
As you do.
Yes.
So
Yes,
lizard
turn
folk,
invisible.
Jack the Ripper.
Yunti.
Ah,
So Jack the Yonti.
Jack. Mr. Jack Snickman.
Or would that be Yonti the Ripper?
Yanti the
Big
Ripper.
yawn through the river. Yeah.
Mr. Jack Snickman. Okay.
Stickman.
So,
Good old Schneck.
you all find yourselves in a strange sort of feeling. You don't quite remember where you are and how you got here. Something feels wrong, though.
are we all together?
Yeah, I ran out the other.
Yeah.
I reach over and I pat my sister to make sure she's okay.
Ah, my head. Last-
Everything hurts.
What happened?
Last thing I remember, we were home.
The last thing I remember. Oh.
What?
No. Why do I think that happened?
Think, what happened?
Please get off me.
No, your coffee.
That's true.
Sav, what are you going on about?
I remember village, our home. then something. I ran to fetch the others. When I got back, oh God. Oh God, that can't be true.
Dad, what are you going on about?
Looks right up at her. I saw you dead.
That's impossible.
I saw you struck down.
You just had a bad dream, Dad.
Too real to be a dream.
Yeah, he kind of like kneels, like kind of pulls him into a hug. You need to take a deep breath, okay? Can I get a good look of where we are?
Roll a perception check.
Did it go through? All right, yes, it did. Oh wait, take the 14.
Take the higher number, please.
It was fast. Use it.
Oh no, it was also it's the first one I rolled too. So I mean, yeah.
You can't really make out anything. This place is very dark. Even with your natural dark vision, you still can't see anything. Seems like beyond yourselves, there's nothing in sight.
I shouldn't even be able to feel you right now. I'm sorry. I ran when I chose stay to protect you.
We must be in just some cave. We can't be dead.
Can't remember after that. Lad, I was blind. I swear I saw what I don't want to remember anymore.
Zarali, can you please calm Dab down while I try to figure this out?
Zarali's not talking.
Just make sure everyone's here, okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a good look around, okay? And Neri summons out her flame blade, which gives off a light.
Zarali's going to check on Tramp, see if he's
Breathing.
Just
Okay,
like reach out, shake her by the shoulder, be like, Tramp, wake up. Are you? Just...
Is he still conscious?
I mean, yes.
Okay. I guess he's gonna be conscious again. What? What?
Something weird has happened. What's the last thing you remember?
I'm trying to think. I think I had a really late breakfast. I think it was just an apple and maybe some grapes. That's about it.
At least things with you are normal.
I mean, the grapes are kind of rotten, so they kind of suck. I don't know why I'm lying on the ground or anything.
My parents... We were in the village, the one that I and my cousins are from, and something... Thov's freaking out, and I'm starting to feel myself freak out because of... Some of the things he's saying sound very scarily familiar. Just we're here, and I don't know what's going on.
Where are we?
I don't know.
Can I roll some sort of check to see where we are?
Roll perception.
Okay, I'm gonna roll perception. Roll the frick out perception. Hell
We
yeah.
must be just having some bad dream.
God damn it.
A -1.
Meanwhile, Kundo is just in the background of everyone freaking out, just sort of sitting in like his little like focusing pose, just thinking.
It's the thinker pose.
Not the thinker pose, kind of like how a monk sits, where like their legs are crossed and like both their hands are in a fist and like their fingers are together in front of them.
Mm.
Kind of like fist bumping themselves, but in front of them.
And then you have Thav, who's just kneeling on the ground, mumbling stuff to himself.
Neri, how far away are you from the rest of the group?
She's maybe taken 5 or 6 steps. Not even.
Okay. Okay.
She's still remaining
I'm-
close, but she has like the flame blade out looking.
I need all of you to make Constitution saves.
All of
Oh,
us?
All of you.
Could you roll my save? I'm trying to work with the computer at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm
Crap,
sorry.
I accidentally
why-
rolled that to the DM. Do you want me
It's
to
fine.
re-roll?
Nah. Doesn't matter.
I shouldn't have had advantage, but I think both rolls work.
Yeah.
Barbarians.
The rest of us have all +4s. All of us have +4 to our con save.
Oh, sh-
Oh wow.
Wait.
Ooh,
Did,
that's a
did mine? Oh, that's me.
Yeah.
yeah.
Poor Needy.
Yeah. At once, all of you feel the flaring of oppressive heat setting in. Kundo, you manage to withstand the worst of it. The Tramp, Thavamith, and Zerali, you all, it bears into you. Neri, this heat you remember just barely as the last thing you remember before everything went black.
You hear Miri shriek in pain as like the flame blade just drops, and she's holding herself.
It's just Zerali.
Thav is gonna run over.
Zerali's running over to her too. She's like, Neri, what's wrong?
Something. This isn't right. This isn't right.
Nothing's right here.
Kundo's going to stand up finally and just sort of turn his head to the air, the sky, basically looking into the darkness. Who's watching us?
You felt that, right? You felt that heat.
Yes.
Did
I know you're out. That's not Kundo's voice.
I remember. Zerali. I'm sorry.
For what?
couldn't protect you.
I was so busy worrying about everyone else that I didn't keep an eye on you like I was supposed to.
I ran.
I
I
went
couldn't.
to go get help.
I couldn't save you.
You did what you could.
Wasn't enough. No matter how fast I ran.
I don't think anything you could have done was enough. I have a stinking feeling that... remember the fight with Asmodeus? I think he might have came back for revenge. Or something of the sort.
Did Kundo's urging get any sort of response from the ether around them?
Does not seem so.
Given what Neri just brought up, was there like any kind of like, would it be like an insight check to think, you know, that might be the case of demon dude we fought came back with vengeance or stuff like that?
I'd say that's more of a general intelligence check.
He's looking around while the rest of them are thinking.
So just intelligence.
Yeah, just an intelligence check.
Got a 20.
I mean, you suppose it's possible, but at the same time, you think if you'd been killed by Asmodeus or his followers, you would probably not be relatively intact as you are.
They'd be in the 9 hells for one.
Yeah. Yes, this does not seem hellish in origin.
It can't have been him. If it'd been him, if we're, gods, I hate to say it, dead, we would not be as whole as we are. We would be. This does not seem like his work.
What about those creatures Mom used to tell us about? The nasty-looking things that they fought before.
I mean, possibly?
I don't know.
Everyone, be on your guard. And he sort of like steps in front of what he's just seen between it and the party.
Somebody make sure Tramp is going to be okay.
I like to imagine that Kuno just picked him up. Without even thinking, because I imagine that's probably how Tramp has been transported
Oh, okay.
for a lot of this time.
Yeah, just flopped over. Oh, okay.
He just accepts it now.
For once, you guys actually see Neri take out her scimitar. You never have seen your sister fight with a scimitar before, and now it's just she's that terrified.
Okay. So I picture Kunda, you point out what you've seen to everybody else.
Yeah, I think once he sort of does that gesture, it's pretty plain to see that there's this bead of light moving towards them.
Thav stands up, rapier and crossbow drawn, but his legs are visibly shaking as he's getting up.
Kundo does not draw a weapon. He never does until he knows it's a threat.
As this bead of light approaches rapidly, within 30 seconds, you can begin to make out features. It is a very tall humanoid. Kundo, from what you can imagine from your travels, this creature is probably about the size of a giant, if not larger. And it is entirely wreathed in fire. It does express a humanoid shape, but you cannot make out any distinctive features from behind the billowing flame.
Is there any check I could roll to probably see what this is? Like maybe like religion or history or something?
Arcana, Arcana, religion, or history.
Okay, I'm going to go Arcana. 26.
Okay.
Can I roll a religion?
Yeah.
Sure. 20.
Oh,
Everyone knows
Damn.
what this is.
apparently.
Screw it, I'll
And
roll
that's
too.
And that's with Thav's like -1 in intelligence.
Here's a check from me. Here's history. 6.
Okay.
To be fair, all of these rolls are +1 for me, so it doesn't matter which one I do.
I mean, Tramp Tramp and Thav, you've heard of very powerful beings of celestial nature that are called solars.
Oh shit.
What?
Oh, yeah.
How, however, you haven't necessarily heard of many that breathe themselves in fire. Neri, you've heard of a religious creature known as the Searing Blade of Salvation that does breathe itself in fire, but you've never heard of exactly of a description of it.
I think I might. I think I might know who that is.
By the way, is this heat becoming like more intense as it gets closer to us?
Yes.
Neri sheaths her dagger, not dagger, scimitar, and
Okay.
she says, "The Searing Blade of Salvation. Maybe I don't know."
What? What?
It was a long time ago when I learned about it.
I set Tramp down with the rest of the party.
Plop.
It's a type of celestial creature. When I got my necklace from Mom, she explained a bit about it to me.
I was going to step forward next to Kundo towards this thing.
And I don't just
Hey, you're
Oh.
a druid. You actually do religious studies.
I also had a mom who was a paladin.
That helps.
Yeah, that helps.
Just a touch.
And
Well, Mom was a preacher, so
Oh boy, the preacher man.
and he's holding out his sword towards the solar. The sword is visibly shaking, like left, right, and center. I
who
don't
does that?
know what.
I think this would
What?
probably be the first time we've all seen Thav that visibly shaken.
Yeah.
Probably.
I
Kuno's actually
don't
going
care
to
who you
recheck.
are, Sola. I will not let what I recall happen again.
He's good. Love. He's not going to hurt us.
Let him speak for himself.
Good and kind is subjective, but do not raise a blade yet. Besides, you can barely hold it right now. And Kuno's actually going to reach his hand over and press Thav's hand down to make him lower his sword.
Within another 30 seconds, the creature is upon you, and Kundo, you can see this creature is probably about the size of a storm giant.
Big boy.
I pull Thav back with. Neri pulls Thav back with her.
Had it not been for my intervention, Bard of Swords, you would now find yourselves in the clutches of Asmodeus.
Like I said, he's good.
You know. Then what happened to us?
Good or yet.
Asmodeus
Oh,
his
right.
strongest minions after the lot of you, after what you've done to him. I attempted to reach you in time to spirit you away here, but by the time I'd reached you, 2 of you had already fallen, and the rest of you were heading that way.
Wait, so, wait, actually,
Dead.
No.
Unfortunately, I must concur with that. Your mortal bodies have been destroyed.
Are we being pranked?
no, Trout.
Seems like a prank.
But-
I'm not
but why
actually
haven't
dead, am
I-
I?
But why haven't their spirits moved on to the proper planes?
Divine intervention, it seems. Well, this is my first time witnessing it at hand. Not my first time seeing the Divine Gate, though.
No, this doesn't make any sense. When we die, we're supposed to go to our respective planes. It's the way that it works.
Were this normal times, you would. However, in strange times, strange bedfellows must be made.
What are you saying?
Tell us, being, why did you intervene in our demise? Were there not others you could save? Because Kundo still has no idea what this thing actually is, he just can see it.
You have been chosen by a particular deity to act as their emissaries in a very soon upcoming conflict.
Could
I was
Could-
supposed to retrieve you alive. However, it seems that Asmodeus forced my hand.
before I died, I saw what looked like my father striking against it. Do you know if they're all right?
Yeah, what of our parents?
The ones you know as your parents are living.
That's small consultation.
Small comfort, yes.
They're still protectors in the material plane.
They have been made aware of this situation.
I imagine they're not very happy about it.
No.
That doesn't may I have negotiated upon your behalf, and should this war go in our favor, and your souls remain intact, you will be returned to your mortal bodies.
So, how many crossbow bolts did you have to take before you could get that out?
Your father
stared.
certainly did seem like the one to shoot at Celestine.
Uncle Brunos is reasonable. If it means that you're going to be okay, I think it might take some convincing, but
Yes, the goblin, he was not very happy about it, but wow. Small consolations.
so,
In any
so what
case,
now?
dude. The creature takes the large greatsword that it was holding and sheathes it. As it does, the flame drops. And this is a very large, very well-built man in very ornate plate armor with designs of flames running across it. And his skin is a very deep bronze hue.
How close is he to us right now?
Within 20 feet.
Alright, then so it's not like he's standing off in the distance and his size is just like something that is perspectively normal. It's like we are looking up at this man.
Yes.
All right then.
Yes. Yes, and you all do notice that as the flames fade, the oppressive heat also.
So are you meant to go fight Asmodeus in hell? Or what?
No, unfortunately, yet more strange bedfellows.
Yeah.
I am not the one to explain this. I will take you to they that will.
This is the other one that I saw when I communed with this plane.
So that was you. Indeed, it was.
I ask many questions of the world. It is nice when the world answers.
Kunda, what are you talking about?
When we first awoke here, I awoke before the rest of you. I couldn't get up. You were all laying on my back.
I'm
But,
sorry.
while I awaited your awakening, I communed with this plane and seek to ask it where we were, or at least who had brought us here. It simply told me of two great powers that we would simply have to wait for. I've seen one now. I have to imagine we're going to meet the other.
Lord, I thought nature is cryptic.
It often is.
Zeral, like right now, Zerali's just muttering to herself in Infernal, so like Tramp would understand her. I don't know if this creature or anybody else in the party would understand her.
You think Solar speak all languages?
I mean, I think.
Typically, most
Actually-
Celestials can at least understand all languages.
Yeah, actually, with that 20, you would know that Solars do have the ability to understand and speak, as though they to understand all languages, and they speak as though
I understand.
they're. Yeah,
They speak
yeah,
a
yeah.
universally understood language.
Okay,
Yes,
well,
yes,
she's
that
not
is
even.
what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, she's not
Yeah.
even trying to hide what she's saying, other than just out of nervousness. She's speaking in Infernal.
Yeah. Well,
She's like,
yeah. Neri would know that, but Zerali would not. My bad.
yeah. I'm just saying though, like since Raleigh does, she's just out of nervousness. She's speaking in Infernal. Are you okay? Are you gonna be okay? Don't die.
No die. We're already dead.
No players
Don't die
dying.
again.
No players dying. It's bad enough our characters are already dead.
I'm gonna
Player
be for a
death is
second.
one, or
Ash-
character death is one thing. Player death is another.
Ash, are you for real okay?
I think you had to take a moment.
I drank water and it went down the wrong pipe.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I had to turn
Okay.
away because I did a spit take and nearly destroyed my computer.
Oh god. Yeah, no, that's not good. But
I'm
if
fine now, though.
yeah, I don't know if this would be important for the sake of mechanics to know, but the things that Zerali is saying is, if we're in the plane of the dead, does that mean I might see my birth mother?
Oof.
And she's saying this in Infernal, so Tramp understands her, but everybody else in the party does not.
Yeah. To everybody else but Tramp and Zerali, the creature just shakes its head, seemingly for no reason. Maybe in response to what Zerali said.
Well,
Like, she just, Zerali would have seen it, she just looks up at it, and Infernal just says, "You can understand me."
Yes.
One such as ourselves are built to understand everything that can be said.
So, there goes that dream.
why are we even waiting? We should go find this thing that has to tell us what we need to do. don't like being stuck here. There's no nature, and I feel alone.
The creature twists its hand, and around all of you, pillars of multicolored fire begin to spiral upwards.
Do we have to step into those?
They're appearing around you.
Okay.
And then, with a flash of multicolored fire, you all are elsewhere. A fairly nice looking. It seems to be a sort of study. As far as you can see, there are books and bookshelves. As far across and as far up as you can see, it almost seems like this isn't like an infinite library.
Said the fire was multicolor.
Yes.
Oh no, he casted a gay flame.
Does some say that?
No! No, that's just a stupid joke referring to green flame.
I'm assuming
Gay
like
language.
I'm
No,
guessing.
Thoth is silent, and
Spook.
he basically has a face of a man who's been shooken to his core and almost given up on everything.
Okay.
So the face of a man who watched his entire family woke up to find his entire family in front of him.
Yeah, kinda.
Spook.
And then told, "Oh yeah, I could have stopped it, but I didn't make it there in time. Same as you, funny enough."
Neri's trying to put on a brave face for both her cousin and her sister.
For the baboos.
Kundo,
Well,
per the norm, when they're like out adventuring, his hood is over his eyes, so you can't even hardly see the top part of his face, and otherwise it's just
Totally.
expressionless.
And then Tramp is Tramp.
I think he's still convinced that this is all a prank.
I'm not dead.
Really? Where's the curtains? Come on.
This is a really good effect, you all. Even I don't know the difference. It's not like you guys
Hey,
do
boy.
that performance.
Chop
You
chop.
guys have gotten much better.
Okay, really, where's the scrying orb? I know you're watching.
God. It's good.
I know this is illusion. I'm an illusion wizard.
It's gonna hit Tramp like a ton of bricks, and he's gonna be like, "Wait, what?"
So-
Eventually, that that's persisting through death is gonna drop.
Oh no. So, the solar is also with you, and he looks around. I'll have to find them. Give me a moment.
It's just like a him-sized study, or is he having to like crouch down?
It seems that he shrunk to a person size, but he's still he's about your size, Kundo.
Gotcha. So rather than now looking at his shin, I'm now looking at his face.
Yes. Everybody else still has to look up. Well, slightly, except for Zerali and Tramp. They have to look up.
Neri would like to kind of look at the books along the wall and maybe pick up one of them
Okay.
and see what's in it.
What languages do you understand?
I understand. Hold on. I understand. I know giant, druidic. Let me just pop it out. Elvish, Giant, Common, Goblin, and Druidic.
You have no idea what these are saying.
I can't read.
It's less you can't read, or you've never seen anything that looks like this before.
I have no idea what this says.
Yeah.
Would any of the books happen to be in Infernal, or is it all just different?
Nope.
Mm.
Does anybody read Celestial?
No.
Probably not.
I don't. Probably not.
And nobody knows what the hell these things are saying.
I do have. Oh, I have a spell that I could use.
Yeah, unless you have comprehend languages.
Oh, and it's I can ritual cast it.
Yeah, it'll take you 10 minutes to cast, but yeah, you can ritual cast it.
Okay, so I will.
You have 10 minutes.
I
We're
will.
waiting, so.
I will ritual cast comprehend languages.
Okay.
Wait, do bards get ritual casting?
Yeah.
Yeah, bards,
Yeah.
ritual casters.
Yeah, bards get ritual casting.
Bards,
Don't-
mages, druids, and clerics.
Clerics.
Yeah. Yeah, I think warlocks get it too. Can get
Nope.
it.
Yeah, you won't.
Yeah, they can get it if you're Pact of the Tome with the Pact of Secrets. Or the
Yep.
Book of Secrets. But yeah. Yep, warlocks, sorcerers, paladins, rangers, eldritch knights, and arcane tricksters cannot ritual cast.
Can I do a religion check to see, like, maybe what god this might relate to? I don't know. I'm just curious.
You can try.
14.
Best you can tell is probably some god of knowledge, just based on the sheer amount of books.
So many books.
How do I click a spell just to
Um,
make it appear on the thing? Like, how do I make the spell
Okay.
card show up?
Just click it.
Okay, there.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm ritual casting that.
She read the book.
So you are reading this book. Things about it
1
seem
minute page at a time, so it takes forever.
yeah. Things about it seem oddly familiar.
It's your life story.
What? No.
No, it's Stav's life story, and you're going, oh my god, I've got so much blackmail material now.
Me, at this time.
Just knew this one happened, didn't know that one happened.
And he did what in that forest? Oh, this is a good one.
Okay, but like, for real though, what is this book telling Zarali? It's like, is it legit like her life story, or?
Not your life story. It's about the exploits of your group in painstaking detail.
Well, this is odd. The book, it's about us.
What does it say?
Well, it's details about all the things we've done.
That's not creepy at all.
Like, look, well, you can't read it, but here it's like she flips back several pages. There's when we found Kundo.
Oh.
And then she flips
Okay.
forward some, and apparently it recorded when Thav heard you singing.
That's still very creepy.
How does it describe her voice?
Very lovely.
At least the book is honest.
And
See, I told you.
Okay, we are dead right now. This is not the time for this.
I have to agree, but there's when it has when we met up with Tramp in here.
What
What?
about our fight with Asmodeus?
She flips forward. Yes, that's in here too.
Everybody roll a perception check for me.
Perception.
Perception.
23!
14. Yeah.
That was a 4 on the dice.
Yeah. Okay, so Neri, Zarelli, and Kundo. You all notice the solar coming back with another creature that is vaguely humanoid in shape. It seems their whole body is under some sort of shimmering veil that it flows as though pushed back by wind, even though there's no moving air in this.
Turns out this
area.
guy's a real nerd and made a cloak of billowing into a robe.
Well, maybe it's a guy. You can't tell. You can't make out any distinguishing features.
Without even trying to hide, Zarali's she's closing the book and like trying to put it back on the shelf. Like, oh crap, go back. Like she's not even trying to hide that she's doing that. She's just like snapshot, put book back. It's like panic reaction.
Although the creature's head does not move, Zarella, you do feel eyes looking towards you.
Just like turns, looks at the veiled. I'm guessing it's the veiled creature that I can feel the eyes from.
Mhm.
She just turns, looks, and says, "I'm sorry."
It was my fault. It was my fault. I picked up the book first.
It's strange, isn't it, reading your own life story?
Kinda. And it's put in so much detail.
I feel like you'd need more than one book for my tale. Quite a bit to cover.
Not from the second internet.
Ash, can you stop trying to murder your keyboard, please?
I'm not trying to murder my keyboard, I'm having to move around. My laptop's
the-
sitting on my bed.
Are you the other person we're supposed to talk to?
Indeed. Please, sit. As you turn around, chairs were there. That weren't there before.
I just sit because I'm very nervous.
Zeral
I'm
is
actually-
kind of she's sitting like on the edge of it just because she's like, don't want to squish my tail.
Kundo is finding the most appropriately Kundo-sized chair. I cannot break a smaller chair.
Is there any like particularly like fancy chairs that stand out?
There is a particularly fancy chair that stands out.
Okay, Tramp
It is in your colors, Tramp.
Tramp is making a beeline for that goddamn
Yeah.
chair.
Yes, and
Kundo sits
Kundo
down in
did.
it first. He doesn't. He doesn't.
And Kundo, there's a very large, very well made, comfortable rocking chair for you.
I was honestly just imagining it was just gonna be a stump in the ground, just risen up.
Okay. I'll take it.
No, I'll go with the rocking chair. That's fine too, Grandpa.
Yeah. Yeah, group grandpa.
Neri's chair is just literally a
Back
tree.
in my day.
Back in my day, we used to murder people without a reckless abandon. Today's kids, they do the exact same thing.
I just picture Kundo sitting down and just immediately becoming Cotton Hill.
No.
No,
I
he's
imagine
not,
it.
angry, he's not angry enough for that.
Do you remember when that dragon flew by and toasted all the dwarves in the area? Pepperidge Farms remembers.
God.
I
Oh,
imagine
man.
Yuri's chair looks very much like Legolas's dad's like chair sort of thing.
Oh, Thunder Wheel.
Yeah. Very nature based.
The
It's
only
just a
reason
treat.
I know that is the only reason I know that is because Ori's a Lord of the Rings nerd.
Imagine Zarali's chair is just simple but comfortable looking because she's not actually that fussed about how furniture looks.
You all have your own custom comfortable chairs.
This is weird.
Yours has a tail hole.
Cool.
Thav is just gonna stand behind his specific chair.
Not trusting it.
It's gonna capture me, I know it is.
Yeah, you know too much.
Just doesn't feel like sitting down.
So what exactly are we doing here?
I have need of you.
So we've been told.
Unfortunately, the situation did not unfold quite as I would have liked. Oh well. Here we are now. And the creature rubs its hands together, and its hands appear very old. Like almost, the skin is almost translucent. You can see the blood vessels pulsing with every heartbeat.
Turned out as planned. Did you know that thing was gonna come for us?
No, I did not. Deity of secrets from the unknown I may be, but I am just as in the dark about what the lords of the hells may do.
Wait, so you're the god of secrets? Can I roll a religion check on that?
Yeah.
Just based on personal knowledge, I have an idea of who the God of Secrets is, but
4. Yeah, 4. Neri's panicking.
Nope. Oh, fuck. Okay, Bob.
I don't think anybody else has to roll. Thoth could tell if I'm gonna roll anyway, just for the fun of it.
no, hey, same number.
Oh,
Not a natural 20, but pretty darn good, I'd say.
same number. Clearly, Thav's cousin is smarter than he is.
But Bob is just lucky.
He's like, I've heard about this.
He comes to the conclusion faster.
So, Thav, the veil gave you an idea. You've heard of a particular deity that tends to veil itself from the eyes of anything. The protestation confirmed it. This god creature is known as Mythosha, which is like my name.
We're talking to the DM directly.
Exactly.
We have direct line to the DM. Quick, someone take the shot.
we must kill God to stop this.
Best plot twist ever. 10 out of 10.
It's a plot twist that none of our characters even know.
No,
Okay.
I just like the name.
Fair enough, fair enough.
Yeah, I like the name. It's weird. Yeah. But Yes, but Bob, you can deduce that this is this creature, and from what you have heard about it being a bard, um,
As a bard,
that
you tend to have your own secrets, of course.
yeah, that apparently Zorali is not privy to. Um, this creature, from what you heard, is older than most of the gods. That it was around before most of the gods were even created, and was simply adopted into their pantheon. So where most gods might look to be in their prime of life, whatever parts of this deity that you can see tend to look very old and withered.
So he's the Kundo of the gods.
More or less.
God, Grandpa.
You master secrets. Don't have any observations on the place full that is just full of secrets.
Very few things are secret in the hells.
In some places I have eyes, but I cannot even pierce at Asmodeus' court.
So what are we
Then
gonna do
can
with
you at
the
least
photo?
answer a question?
No, it depends entirely upon what the question is.
Do you know if he sent that thing on us for petty revenge?
I don't believe so. In this upcoming battle, it's been seen that despite what you may wish and what I may wish, Asmodeus is not an enemy of ours. In fact,
Is
he
he
is
an ally?
something of an ally. Yes.
So,
We're meant to work with him?
Not directly. With his emissaries and agents, yes.
what are we fighting that's worse than Asmodeus?
Many
Why
things
even
worse
bring
than
us here? Why not let us die?
There are some things that try as we supernatural beings might, could not capture, what beings of mortal temperaments can.
Then why us?
Why not
Why
the
us
others?
specifically? Why bring me along when my father could do so many times?
Your father has done his good for the world. Your parents have. They helped stop a threat that could have turned the tide in this war. But they're not the ones who are needed now.
We need to be the
Yeah.
heroes.
They are where they need to be. Powerful as your parents may be, I do not think that they would be suited for this task. Especially your father.
He is a bit temperamental.
And carry on. What is our task so we can go out and do it.
We've heard rumblings of infiltrations from various clans. The Nine Hells have been reported to have been infested, as has the plane of Ysgard and Carcery.
He's good.
Passari? Can we know what knowledge do we roll for either of those?
Well,
It's in
yeah,
religion.
I'm gonna say you don't have
If
to roll.
planner would be more arcane.
Wait,
I'm gonna say for Ysgard, you don't need to roll anything because of Irie. But for Carcery,
Oh.
yeah, roll Arcana.
wait, it is Ysgard the plane that Aerie is technically from?
Yes.
Wait,
I know all the arcane with my idiocy.
God damn it.
wait. Zerali,
The barbarian rolled higher on Arcana than the wizard.
Zerali,
If he was
They're
1
really-
point
he's
lower,
got-
he would
Ysgard is where Mom is from.
Yes, that's where Irie. Yes.
If that's in danger, then she might be too.
And Thav Cursory is the jail dimension.
Cut!
Oh, fuck. Passari.
Crusher, yeah, Crusher.
I get it. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard you got incarcerate and carcery.
I imagine that there are things there you don't want out.
Indeed.
Triple jail!
Triple jail.
God damn it.
It's the jail that you never escaped from.
No one's escaped from the triple jail except for that hairy guy.
And you know that one guy what don't like Supermans.
So we're going to be sent to go find and I assume eliminate whatever is corrupting these planes. In a sense.
Indeed. The ways that you do this are your own. Should you do it alone, you may. Should you recruit others, you may. It's entirely up to you on how you complete this task.
Who can we recruit? We're dead!
On Nine Hells, there are many devils who would be willing to work for coin, or worse. In Ysgard, there are many noble warriors, and at this, the creature looks towards Neri. Your alliance to one amongst the planes may help you there.
I think Ysgard actually might be our best bet. somebody must know Mom up there, and they might be willing to help if we explain. They're warriors. They want to fight for good.
As far
Also,
as-
I must say, the Hells.
Wait,
They
wait. You
exist.
said
Right.
you said the Fae?
no,
Yeah. Okay. So I was like, wait, what?
no, I was gonna start, but Kundo started talking. So,
Sorry.
Kundo, go ahead. No, Kundo, go
Right.
ahead.
But also the Hells. They exist on a odd power structure. The weak kill the strong to become stronger. Who knows, we could unseat a few. Gain allies that way. It's a dangerous place, but if you're strong, they listen. You don't have to have connections.
Pardon me
think-
if I don't like the idea of going to the Nine Hells.
And they know what we did to Asmodeus, so I don't think they might be willing to help.
If they knew what we
But-
did to Asmodeus, they might welcome us.
Welcome us, try to kill us. You know, there's various options.
You would be surprised at how human Desmodius can be.
You,
Not everyone likes those in charge,
Mhm.
but it's just a thought.
It seems like we only have either we work with devils who might stab us in our back, or we might try to parlay with warriors.
Or if you head to Cosseray, you may find. No,
Prisoners desperate to help anyone.
as much as the term has been tossed around. Strange bedfellows.
Maybe we could find strange bedfellows in all three.
Indeed.
Is that really what you're concerned about at this moment?
Who's that to? Dave.
Alright.
So we have to clear infestations out of constantly these guards, possibly the hells. But where do we start?
That is up to you. Simply know that the clock is ever moving forward. The longer you take, the more difficult it may be to eradicate.
Where is it the worst?
From what my agents have seen, they all appear to be approximately equal.
Could we have a piece of paper? I have an idea.
The creature waves its hands and before you.
Alright. So Neri kind of digs in her pack, if she still has that on her, pulls out some charcoal
Yeah.
and hands it to each of the party, and hands them a piece of paper. Now we have three options to start with. All right. Right where you want to go first, and we can do a collective draw. Instead of arguing for hours.
I'll go wherever you all decide. Besides, otherwise the vote would be even, potentially.
So I'm guessing everybody just type where they'd want to go first, and then on the count of 3, we all hit enter.
Seems like a plan to me.
So could you go through the options to make sure that we all know what? Mainly because I was a bit lost in thought. Thrav wasn't listening too much.
So there's jail, mom, or hell.
It's Eastgard, Carcery, then Nine Hills. Alright. We'll let the DM do the count of 3.
Count of 3. 3, 2, 1.
1.
That is
Sir,
technically 2 votes for Yeastguard.
Like, Zerali just glares at Tramps like, will you take this seriously?
What? It's all a joke anyways. It's smoke and mirrors.
She just grabs him by the shoulders, like, in Infernal growls at him, this is not a joke.
Oh. Okay. Hello.
Kuna's going to walk around gently behind Tramp, put a hand on his shoulder, just lean down, just whisper in his ear, just, you died.
Wait, what? No,
We-
I didn't.
Tramp, we are all dead.
Pat, pat.
Wait.
Tramp.
But if I was dead, then I couldn't feel pain. And Tramp's gonna try to punch himself in the face.
Oh. What's your strength modifier?
It's 1.
Okay, so you deal 2 points of damage to yourself.
Oh fuck! My nose. Look,
Just a full-on punch in the face to himself.
Tramp, this
oh
is...
shit, we are dead.
Now you get it, finally! Okay, are you going to take this seriously?
I guess.
Oh, you-
So,
Are you going to take it seriously, or are you going to have an emotional breakdown?
should we recast our votes, or are we?
I think it's clear that we're going to use God.
How can we get there?
Just really wanted to just go ahead and get the hells out of the way so we didn't have to think about it. And fine. We could probably get allies and use guard anyway.
The creature waves its hands once more, and on the desk that it is sitting behind, 3 tuning forks and 10 scrolls appear.
Where are their skulls?
Did you say scroll or skull?
Scroll.
Okay, I thought you said skull for a second. I'm like,
No. Sorry.
Just use these.
No. Scroll.
Is this a guessing game?
No. Do any of you want to? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think
Kuno
you're
makes the
the one.
That's for. Portrait.
I think-
Kuno makes the internal
I will-
observation.
Yeah, I will describe for you. The creature does point to the first one, which is a tuning fork that has a battle axe inscribed into it. This will take you to Yeastgard. One that is a lock and key, Carcery, and then the third one with an inscription of a feathered quill. This one will take you to the Nine Hells. These scrolls are scrolls of plane shift.
Here we are to play cleanup.
If we do this fast enough, we can get back to our bodies.
All right.
Neri picks up the tuning fork because she actually knows how to cast Flame Shift technically. But the first one she does pick up is the one to use Sputter.
All right.
Alright. And I look at the figure. Neri looks at the figure. She stands up. Should I take all of them, just in case?
Yes. Oh, and the fourth. And from its robe, it pulls out another one, which is inscribed with the picture of an eye. If you need to return here, use this one.
Alright.
Are these one-time use deals, or are they?
I think
The
they're one time
tuning fork.
use.
The tuning fork you can use for the spell. The scrolls are simply one time.
That's why there's 10 of them.
Hmm.
You expect us to come and go, don't you?
That is to your discretion.
Maybe there's a riddle at some point where we need a devil to solve it. That was out of character, by the way.
You guys see Neri actually tap a tuning fork that hangs at her hip. And she's like, alright. I think I remember exactly how to do this. It's been a bit since I actually learned the casting, but are we all ready to go?
Well, before you depart, I've acquired some things on my very long lifespan that I believe could accompany you, and you
Right.
could make use of, that I cannot. The creature reaches within its sleeve and pulls out an amulet with 4 gems on it: a diamond, a sapphire, a ruby, and an emerald. And holds it up to you, Neri.
And kind of look at the creature. What is this?
You are one of the Moon Circle of Druids, yes?
Yes.
This will fortify your ability to turn into those of the elemental planes, as well as make it somewhat easier to turn to these. In addition, you may use it to fortify your own spells past what you normally would be able to.
Thank you. And Neri will gently take the necklace and clip it around her neck. Before stepping back.
For the bullshittery.
I can't wait to see what this does. Another primordial.
Gives you mini HP, basically makes it a normal wild shape.
Mm-hmm.
Due to attack bonuses or what?
It is attacks and spell saves.
Alright, so that puts. Okay, cool. Cool, I will put that in right now.
Okay. And then the creature taps 2 of its fingers together and then draws them out, and a long, thin staff of this black purple metal appears, which is topped with a sphere that has an eye inscribed to it, and it lets go of it, and Tramp, this staff floats to you.
Wait, what the fuck?
Tramp! It likes you.
Now, I believe, at least from what I've heard, you are an illusion mage, yes?
Yeah, I dabble.
Hey, Dable. Now, once per day, you may find your allies struggling, or your enemies, forgive me, your enemies struggling to see through your bullshit.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh shit.
Oh shit! This is cool.
Hell yeah.
Now I just need to find the way to bump my actual thing up to do 2 more sets for it. It'll be 14.
Remember, folks, this is the DM that gave a goblin that could shoot 10 times in 6 seconds a pair of crossbows that just amplified and did 5d6 damage a shot.
After we get all the items, can we take like a quick bathroom break?
Yeah, I was about
Yeah.
to say that.
Yeah.
Let's finish getting our special thingies and then we'll go take bathroom break.
Our cool, super, mega, ultra awesome stuff.
Yeah.
God appointed MacGuffins.
Yes, got it.
Go. Hey, Mythogia. Go, we maybe get a few more nice things?
No.
Don't poke God, he'll stab you in the eye socket. Not in the eye, just the
There you go,
socket.
Bob. That's how much psychic damage you take.
Everyone's just looking at this guy giving out items, and Dobbs' head in the background just goes,
Yeah.
Oh no!
Okay.
Well, I
Who
gotta
knows?
I gotta roll up a new character.
Yeah.
Be right back. Making a totally not another goblin.
Mavamith. He's
we call him Thov 2.0. We don't know why.
yeah, he's a warforged.
Warforged that has a bunch of hammers. No, the turtle with hammers.
Yes.
You just want to be a
Hammer
hammer bro.
bro. Yes.
Come on, don't you want to be a hammer bro?
Total fighter. Okay. Kundo.
All
From
right.
from the other side of the room, the solar steps forth and procures an axe, which is forged of this twisted, gnarled root for the haft, and the head is made of pure, like worked stone, very old, with obsidian chips in the edge. I've managed to find this. For some reason, it seems to work with people who work like you, and people who are attuned to the spirits of nature. It allows you to access some minor aspects of other ones. We'll hand it off to you.
Dude, that is cool.
Yeah.
Does that mean taking a second one from each of the tiers?
No, just the third level one.
Could I choose the level?
I'll say so. Yes.
All right then.
Okay. And then
Staff.
Baphomet will turn to you and procure this very well-made silver rapier that is inscribed with musical notes and every so often a very nice illustration, and just hands it to you.
Of a naked lady.
It's
Maybe.
clearly what all bards desire.
Yes. I know when people such as you get more advanced in your art, you can do your fancy sword tricks. This kind of helps with that.
The most casual god I've ever met.
Yeah, here's this thing. Don't know what it does, but hey,
Have,
it
I think
will
it's-
probably work good for you.
I think it's the
Well-
solar handing out the weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the soul handing out the weapons.
Alright, so second chillest solar I've ever met.
Is this also a plus weapon?
Yeah, it should say. It's a +2.
Oh, okay. The multiple lines made the.
I don't know why I split like that. That's weird. And then the veiled creature has been rummaging around and finally pulls this thing out, and it is a very nice looking lute with very subtle hints of blues and purples.
Perfect Zerali colors.
Yeah.
Exactly. And it lets it go, and Zerali, it floats to you. And as it floats to you, you feel a little colder.
It's a coming.
Like, she just kind of gently takes it from the air. And just like, thank you. Oh no, did thanks for you. Ah! Thanks for. Oh, okay. I thought thanks for Frozen. Everybody's just being quiet.
You're being good children.
And
Oh, you
we're also rubbing our hands greedily at like, oh yes, nice toy.
Also, I forgot to mention on the other three, but all these items do need to be attuned too.
Right.
Not too hard.
I still have, I think, an attunement slot left after this, Jeff.
Sorry, I'm
Well,
back.
there goes my rapier warning. So still have one slot left.
Yeah, but now you can use D8s on your Master's Flourish instead of D6s.
As luck
Yes,
would
but
have
now I
it,
don't have advantage on initiatives.
Oh no.
I have returned, by the way.
Welcome back.
Hello.
Yep. Yeah, everybody else got their fun stuff. And your fun thing does need to be attuned to, Batty, so...
Okay.
As luck would have it, I can unattune to my cursed shield and be perfectly fine. Because I don't lose the curse or lose any of the benefits with it unattuned.
Really?
Yep, the only thing its attunement does is grant you the curse. And you don't lose the curse when you unattune to it.
That's hilarious.
So
I'm
you're
still
still
using
gonna
my-
get shot a lot.
Yes, I am going to get shot so many times.
We really need to
Alright.
find you a cleric.
However,
Hey!
druids are sometimes better healers than clerics are.
Thank you.
Healing spirit.
How
Yeah,
do-
Yes,
healing
but
spirit.
I'm more referring to specifically, do do druids get remove curse?
He would
Yeah.
not let you remove the curse.
How do I...
That is a curse he
Is-
chose to take.
Is this item in the compendium, or do I have to add that in
No.
manually?
You will have to add this in manually.
Okay,
Yeah.
crap. How do I... I'm
Most-
trying to remember how to do that
most-
now.
Most of the things I do that.
Alright then.
Oh.
But you'll probably like this because as Kundo attunes to this axe, his teeth grow longer and more feral looking as he attunes to the first level version of the Spirit of the Wolf.
Ooh, nice.
Aroo.
Oh, so handsome.
And what that does is essentially, while I'm raging, any of my allies who make melee attack rolls against a creature within 5 feet of me gain advantage.
Yay!
Since you're
So
a
it doesn't
stat
have-
bard.
So it doesn't have to be a direct murder sandwich.
Yep, I basically just gain pack tactics.
Yep.
A slightly different version of it, but pack tactics.
Pack tactics that doesn't affect you.
But I can already get advantage on
Yeah.
any melee attack I want.
Reckless. Yeah. Yay! That's all. That's all your shinies. So you can go to the bathroom. Go to the bathroom.
Right. Thank you.
Everyone go pee!
Alright.
Yeah.
I'm gonna...
sorry.
I'm gonna mute just my mic and leave everybody else's opens. If you want to mute your own mic, that's up to you. I have to go pee. Yeah, pee break, everybody.
Well,
I'll return.
so clearly,
I made
clearly,
720
what's going to happen is if we end up in the Nine Hells, we find out that Bernald found a portal and he wanted to talk to Asmodeus directly.
You just walk in and Bernal's
Hey,
just
hey,
punching Asmodeus in the face.
Stop
Hey,
hitting
big
yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! Stop hitting yourself! You're hitting me! Fuck you!
Alright, I'll be right back.
I made those items in about 20 minutes. The only one who I actually knew what I wanted to do with was Nereus.
I'm gonna step out as well.
Alright then. So now with the Wrath of Nature, Kundo has an axe which, while he rages, has a +10 to damage.
Okay, I gotta let my dog out real quick and and then I'll be ready to come back to the game, okay?
Guess whose DC is now 20?
Nice.
Nears and Zerali's. What's his name?
Tramp?
Yeah.
I love that my new amulet. It is cool. You know, we're gonna get to Eastgard, and there's gonna be somebody who recognizes the fucking name Mary, and they're gonna be like, "Oh fuck, she," and then something bad's gonna happen.
Then it's like, what's with this weird What is with this weird guy? He's weird. Oh yeah, that's my cousin. The fuck is with your family?
It's a long story. Lots of potions of growth.
Do what now?
Wouldn't it just have to be one potion of growth and then one potion of reduction?
No, potions of growth to act as if you casted the spell and last for that duration.
So, I guess they needed more than an hour. Or does it last for 10 minutes? I forget how long that spell lasts.
I think it's an hour.
I think potions of growth last for 1d4 hours. Potion of growth. Yeah. You gain the enlarge effect of the enlarge reduce spell for 1d4 hours. So yeah, that acts like a little bit for a little bit of time.
Can you cast 2 versions of enlarge on someone at the same time?
No.
No.
That's
You
why
can,
it
but
chose its
not
wording
active on it.
specifically, so that it does not stack with the enlarged spell. If it was just you go up in size, then it would stack. But since it says that it's as though you have enlarged and casted upon you.
Gotcha. So why did they need lots of them?
It took a while.
Choose the goblin.
Well, go figure. If you're gonna end up with a family of 3, you'll need lots and lots of attempts.
I didn't realize it was a family of 3. Thought
Yeah.
you only had 1.
2 younger sisters.
Yeah,
Yes.
Thov is the oldest of Brunelish and Kali's children.
Okay.
Kaylee's.
I did not know. Was not aware he had younglings.
He has 2 sisters, one who decided to be a paladin like Aunt Neri, and
Ari.
or Aunt Ari, sorry. I am terrible with names in real life. Then you add the fictional names on top of it and remember an entire family line. And his youngest sister is taken after Brunel's training to be a sharpshooter.
Mm. Well, what then?
Takes after her birth father, who's the clan druid.
The strongest of the. He's the lead druid of the clan's druids, is what it would.
Yes.
What it was, I think we said.
Mm-hmm.
You mean the Terror of the Waste with the speedy crossbows? Yes, there is somewhere out there a statue to Brunelch that will be uncovered by orcs as the god of Dhaka.
You know, Armored,
Yeah.
when you sent in Ori's Discord the Oink Bane, I was like, oh god.
Were you worried that I was gonna do that?
No,
But
I was tempted to put him in the game. Too subtle for you.
sneak attack!
DM, while we're waiting, could you like put in the other 3 elementals?
Yeah,
Too subtle.
too subtle.
I
Just
think at this
suddenly
point
burst
we're
out of a
just
statue or something.
yeah. I think at this point we're just waiting for Batty and for me to be able to bring my dog back in because
Yeah.
I have a lead that I can put him on in the yard, so I just put him on that lead and I give him about 10 minutes and I go and bring him back in.
Okay, I'm just gonna be right back again.
Don't die.
I'm just
You know,
checking if our rolls are working.
I kind of realized that Neri aren't shift spells, so no, like learning that plane shift spell, learning how to cast it would have made a tuning fork for the material plane.
Sorry, I'm back.
We're just waiting on Armored now. And I need to go bring my dog back in, so I will be like right back. Sorry.
Tell Captain I love him.
I will.
I gotta do math.
I have gained the power of stab and slash.
Actually, good.
None of the farmer party knew that Aerie was technically a celestial use goddess in her previous life.
What the?
For Valkyrie, they have a background called an old soul, where basically your soul has been reborn many a times, and basically the way Aerie kind of ran was that being formerly a celestial of that plane, she kind of took the ways on once she died in battle, and her kind of battle sisters took her back home, and she was reborn into the body of a half elf.
Doesn't seem
And then
like-
she kind of just took on the same path before. With the Holy Avenger that can't hit anything. The only damage I did was AoE.
I mean, sometimes you just gotta depress sword.
I don't know. Her Irie's aura has definitely helped out in that battle.
Yeah.
The GM was not happy about that.
Shit happens.
Okay, it seems like maybe the connection's going a little wonky. Probably wouldn't hurt for everybody to drop out and drop back in real quick.
contact. Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm bad at
Hold on. I okay, okay. Good. Good.
Okay. Hopefully it's a little more stable now.
This stream should be called A Myth and a Legend.
Well, that would be a good episode title, but we need like an actual campaign title now is the thing.
Yeah.
A hero's journey.
0 to hero.
Schrodinger's party.
Are they dead? Are they not? No one's quite answered that question yet.
Roboting.
There's a solid.
Well, it's not. It's. Are they dead? Are they alive? Well, you're observing them, and they're bold, so it's not quite Schrodinger's cat.
It's just confusing.
It's just confusing. Since the whole Schrodinger's thing was to point out the absurdity of that a molecule could be in two different states at the same time until it's observed.
Yeah.
There's air elemental.
Which is in fact is a real thing that
All the elementals are large.
certain particles can actually have different properties until they're observed and then act differently by being observed.
Yeah. Yeah, it's also part of superposition.
Physics is weird.
Well, no. Okay, let's not be disingenuous. Quantum physics.
Quantum physics. And then you have good old quantum computing.
I think it's pretty genius when I throw an apple at somebody's face and it hits them.
Quantum physics. The physics of the things that we don't understand and try to understand, but it keeps fucking changing on us.
Myth, just for shits and giggles, how much does the loot that I got weigh, or does that even matter?
It's standard.
It probably weighs the same amount as your Cittern.
Okay, so it'd be
Yeah.
3 pounds then.
Yeah.
Alright. I think we're all back then.
All good. I'm just about done with all these elementals.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to...
Why are you messing with all those elementals?
Should I just pull the
All
spells?
these new friends.
Well, I already have Armor of Agathis thanks to racial stuff, so should I just pull the other spells from the compendium?
I don't think Investiture of Ice and Ice Knife aren't going to be on there.
Oh, okay.
Because those are Xanathar spells.
Yes, they're annoying. You have to make them.
Ah,
Yeah.
lovely.
Ice Knife explodes.
Yeah, I have the spell ice knife.
Did you have to add it yourself, or was it in the compendium?
I'd add it myself.
Okay.
Yay. Exploding knives.
They have fun spells.
Isn't there that bot though in the Discord that you can like type in the name of a spell and it'll pull it up?
Yep, that's the bot that's in our Discord. Every.
None of them are, so I'm gonna have to ask the bot for those spells.
Just type !spell, then type out the name of the spell.
Okay.
Wait, Cold is not in there?
No, it's not. I just looked. I could not find it.
What?
That is bizarre.
That's weird.
Roll20's compendium is not very good.
No, it is not.
Yeah, it is. What?
Okay. There's that.
No, Cone of Cold is in the compendium.
Oh, where'd you find it? Because I didn't see
I
it.
just searched Cone.
Well, I scrolled down to. Oh, there it is. Okay, well I'll just drag it. I'll just drag that onto. It might. I have to have my character sheet not as a pop out in order for it to be able to drag it.
Yeah, that's an annoying bit, but it's also very programmatically hard for things to interact with things outside of it.
There you go. If you look in the game chat, I pulled up the things for you.
Okay.
I thought about grabbing one of the investors as a as a magical secret.
Yeah, but Tensor's transformation is just way better for you.
Yes.
I can technically get any one of the ambassadors if I wanted to.
Yeah, they're druid spells.
Yep.
But I'm already elementals, so I mean,
you can have fire on top of your fire.
You could have ice on top of your fire.
It's not letting me
Ice on
copy
top.
and it's not letting me copy things from the Discord. Why? Oh, now it will.
You can have earth on top of your earth. You'll be just a pile of rock.
am I rock and roll though?
That's only when you turn into a ball and start rolling around crushing people.
Okay, what's the keyboard command for copy?
Control C.
C.
Thank you.
Unless you're on Mac.
I am on a Windows computer.
Yeah, Control C. And then paste is Control V. Mac is annoying to work with. Everything's on the command, not like the Windows key instead of the Control key.
The only
That's
time I like
weird.
using Mac is when it comes to using programs like Adobe, like Illustrator and things like that.
Okay,
As the
conjuration.
only time I'll ever use a Mac.
I do programming work, and my workplace says, "Use a Mac. That's your work computer."
Action.
What? But I
Armored
don't
is a
want.
nerd? What?
Oh no, the secret is out. I am nerd.
Oh no.
A nerd playing D&D? How dare you?
Now I'm just imagining Armored with like very thick Coke bottle glasses.
Sorry, you're too
No,
cool.
clearly I am the latest of nerds. I've got the leather trench coat.
Oh,
Oh,
god,
God.
don't be the nice guy. Don't be the nice guy.
I need to get my fedora.
Please
I
don't.
mean, of course you're a nerd. You use a Mac.
I don't use a Mac. I use a Windows computer at home. My workplace gave me a Mac.
Please tell me you don't have a fedora.
I do not have a fedora.
Good.
I do, however, actually do have a full leather trench coat.
Why?
Because it is great for Canadian winter.
Sometimes you live in the weather that is appropriate for the clothing.
Okay.
If I see any man in a leather trench coat, I'm like, I'm gonna go that way, far, far away.
I mean, yeah, especially since Armored is fucking 6'9".
Yeah, he's huge.
I had to custom order that trench coat.
No. Here's what my thought would be. I'd see somebody that tall in a leather trench coat. I'm like, all right, kids, get out of the trench coat. All right, come on. Oh
That
my
fits
god.
me.
Oh yeah, right.
Opens the trench coat to reveal that he is in fact 3 children in a trench coat.
Yeah,
Okay, I snapped that it in.
he's 3
He's
and
5.
Oh, he's not even 3
Sad.
children. He's just 3 goblins standing on each other's shoulders.
Each with crossbows.
Best disguise. Best disguise.
Hey, sorry, did you drop these crossbows back there? We just found them laying on the ground.
Okay, transmutation. Sorry about this, everybody.
Okay.
And a case in point of my trench coat, my Discord icon is me wearing my trench coat in my armor. I'm wearing all my armor.
Wait. Now I need to see this.
It is.
You have my helmet and you have my gauntlet.
And his trench coat.
Could you be more of a nerd?
No.
I could take a picture of all the Magic the Gathering cards I have.
Armored Jokic, you're about to Days Volt.
What?
If you're about to Days Volt. Yeah.
Deus Volt!
Why is he wearing a fucking trench coat? I don't fucking know.
Deus Volt!
I don't know why he's a fucking giant.
To be fair, though, a leather trench coat that would have armor plating on it would look pretty sick.
That would be really hot.
Oh, yeah.
Well, he lives in Canada, so it should be fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah, just walk around in the Canadian winter. That's great for the armor.
Okay, but here's the sad thing. He lives in Canada. He doesn't need clothing with armor plating. Here in America,
Yeah, that's a different story.
He just runs
Unfortunately,
outside
none of
naked.
this armor is bulletproof.
yeah, no, it's kind of hard to make armor ballistic proof.
Well, they tried, and then it got way too heavy, so they stopped wearing armor.
Yeah.
And now they can just get out of the way of the bullet.
Armor is naturally bulletproof.
Okay, I think
Yeah.
I put those in right. I think I put those in the correct way.
Hello, Kitty.
Hello, Kitty. I've missed you ever so much.
For there is a kitty cat just laying down next to me, saying, "Okay, human, you noticed me. Where are my cuddles?"
Where are the delicious cuddles you have promised me? I look
I'm
forward to
checking
them
making it
dearly.
work.
I look forward to them dearly.
Yes, come here, you kitty cat.
If you do not cuddle me, the internet will know. You are recorded right now. They will shame you.
Oh, don't worry, internet. I am cuddling the cat. I am giving her scritches.
This is good, human. I have you well trained.
God.
God, that just reminds me of this other D&D campaign I was listening to last night. And there was a cat who got into stuff and was just able to talk because of it.
Why not?
I'm fixing your spells. Right out.
Sorry!
Yeah, because Ice Knife is an attack. It's not just a use.
Oh yeah, too. Oh yeah, we shouldn't do piercing damage. That gets increased. Swap back range. Swap these around.
Ball.
Fuck off Windows 10. You don't update on my computer anymore.
The desperate screaming of a dying program.
Okay. Let's test this bitch out. Okay. Whenever I'm testing things, I was just compulsively cast them at 9th level because it's fun. Okay. Okay. We good there.
Your 9th level spell is wasted to cast Ice Knife.
Look, it's a really big knife.
No, it's still
There's
a really
so
small
much-
knife.
There's so much ice here. You won't even believe how much ice there is on this knife.
Like, it's still a really small knife, but when it hits you, it just explodes like an atom bomb.
Yeah.
Just a mini nuke of ice.
And this is what we call the projectile nuclear warhead. All of nuclear warheads are projectile. I meant to say Ice Age. My brain got confused.
I mean, you could also do 9th level armor bag at this.
No, that's just rude.
Yeah, somebody hits you and takes 45 cold damage.
Ow, bitch!
And that's
I'm gonna
even if they only
smack
do,
you
like,
again.
one-
Ow, bitch!
That's even if they only do like 1 damage to you.
Yeah. As long as it's a melee attack.
Stabbing
And
you
technically,
with a
even if they
flashlight.
do 0 damage, if you are able to put negative modifiers to their damage.
They hit you with a melee attack at all.
Alright,
Wait,
I'm
so-
ready.
does that mean if you punch yourself, do you take the damage?
Mm.
I think that creates an infinite feedback loop of your armor exploding until it's gone, and you just are there in a block of ice.
Sounds about
You
right.
turn into Levistus.
That that just puts a bizarre idea or image in my head of like someone working with some knife cutting tools, with the armor on for some reason. Like maybe they just got into a fight and then broke out of it, and then while they're doing the wood carving, accidentally like cut one of their fingers and then become frozen statue.
Yeah. Kind of funny.
Alright then, are we all ready to continue?
I'm good.
I didn't have to add anything new.
La-di-da.
Okay.
I just do
So-
better stabs.
So now what?
We're going to use scarves.
Okay.
You're the one with the spell.
Yeah. So I'm gonna get everyone prepared, standing in a circle.
Are you
Touching
going
each
to
other.
use...
Everyone
you-
hold each other's hands. We're making
I'm
a
going.
magic prayer circle.
I'm going to use the spell scroll. I'm gonna save my 7th level spell slot.
Okay.
But I make sure that they're like holding on to each other. We kind of need
Okay.
people
So...
holding on.
Yeah, who's,
Yeah, you can cast 7th level spells, so you don't need to make a check to cast it. You just do.
Yeah.
Okay.
whoever Zarali's holding on to, she's just got like a death grip on them because she's still absolutely frightened of everything that's going on.
I imagine it goes Neri, then Thav and Zarali on either side of her, and then you have Kundo on like Thomas' side, and then you have the chief and Tramp next to Kundo.
Yeah, sounds about right.
Kundo's hands just completely eclipsing everyone else's.
Whoa.
So
Yes,
we're
please.
off.
I just gotta check something real quick.
Out of character. So if we ever actually meet up in real life, you've now affirmed that I must wear the trench coat if we ever meet.
No, because then I would never want to come near you.
Well, you sit on the opposite side of the table. We're all good.
Oh, if we ever meet up in real life, y'all are gonna see me doing all just my weird sense of fashion that's like a mix between goth and hipster. That's the best way I
wear
can
a
describe my
trench
sense
coat.
of
I
fashion.
think you're gonna be fine.
I got a grandma fashion. Don't worry.
Ask Ash, my fashion sense is somewhere between goth and hipster.
Goth, hipster, sometimes grandma or librarian.
Well, yeah, because I do like to wear my knitted things.
For me, I would potentially just say, screw it, I'm going all ham, and I would be in a trench coat that when I take it off, it'll be suit and tie underneath.
Oh my god, that would be amazing.
Suit and tie, armor, trench coat.
Usually when I see people in trench coats, the only suit that I expect to be underneath is their birthday suit.
This is not that kind of trench coat. It's open in the front.
If
I
we
don't know,
ever
maybe.
had, if you go further enough down, they're always in their birthday suit.
Yeah, that's true. You just gotta peel back the layers.
You
Like an
see,
onion.
we got layers like an onion.
Fuck you.
Layers.
Fuck you. Okay.
I still find it funny. I made Myth do a high level. I want to say just fuck you.
I can't wait. This is gonna be fun.
Well, I found a way to compare Nekopara, that horrible visual novel, to Twilight.
It
Oh,
hurts. It
I'm
hurts.
just gonna stick to the game. I'm just gonna stick to the
It
game.
hurts. It hurts my soul.
Have we traveled?
Anyways,
yeah. Back to game.
We don't want to be here all night.
You've already been here for 45 minutes.
yeah.
Alright. So,
Good. My bad.
What is this giggling about?
Oh, just instead of like the popping sound, I just picture just Bill Cosby's zombity boopity whip pop.
Somebody boopity wet.
You're
Pudding
seeing
pop.
with the zombie bobbity hoopity pop.
Yeah, exactly.
Thank you, Ash.
That's amazing. Okay. Yes, and you are teleported into a new place.
Note to
Hey,
self:
Fizz.
put Bill Cosby as a future character.
Oh, please no.
Oh god.
I will do it.
alright.
Bill Cosby as an NPC who's going to jail.
I just mean the voice, not the guy.
Oh, so his character from the Cosby Show, then.
Pretty much.
Dr. Huxtable. Okay, so
Oh fuck. Oh,
can't believe you've done this.
Oh, fuck.
Now you
I'm
fucked
still
up.
here. Just continue.
Fucked up.
You are fucked up now. Now you fucked up.
I kind of want to know what you guys looks like.
Captain, be quiet, honey. Pupper is barking.
What is it?
You have up now.
Now you have fucked up.
Oh, we're out there.
Oh, I'm pretty sure we've already fucked something up.
Now
We
you
fucked something up when I cut a god's horns off and then put them on my own head.
So he can charge into people.
I hope there's none of the adverse effects of sticking a demon's horns on your own head.
Oh
They're-
yeah, probably not.
They're technically not on your head, they're on your hood.
Yeah, but they're pretty close to my brain.
They're like antennas. Kill your friends.
So,
Thanks, Aiden.
you guys teleport to Yeastguard. You drop in Yeastguard.
500 feet and you all die. Goodbye.
No, I just need everybody to roll a deck save real quick.
Can you roll my deck save? Logging back in.
Would Danger Sense take place for this?
Yes.
Ooh.
We're falling out of the sky, probably.
Advantage on deck save. Oh wait, are we falling? I fly.
No, you're not falling.
Oh, okay, then deck save. 19.
I got a 17.
What I get?
You need to stop having the DM roll for you.
You got
It's
another
too
nat
much.
one.
2 times rolled a critical failure for you. You wish you did.
Okay, so everybody else manages to get out of the way. Tramp and Neary don't. And
Okay.
you guys take. Oh, fun.
Oh,
Oh, is that how much?
How much damage?
18.
You guys take 18 bludgeoning damage
Ow!
as a
Yeah, fuck.
as approximately 12 berserkers just run you guys down.
Ow, 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 ow.
Oh, what runs us down?
Berserkers.
Oh.
We just appeared in front of an entire marching order, trampling through.
You're in Yeastguard.
Zab,
Battles
Zab,
happen.
pick me up. Miss, pick me up, please.
All right. Keep yourself in place, cuz.
Zerali's helping Tramp up.
Yeah, thank you.
I considered taking one of these items for Kundo.
What?
One of the items that summoned these guys.
Oh, the Horns of Valhalla.
Yeah.
He's basically banned them because of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Horns of Valhalla, you need a very good reason to have that, because I don't like having to control 20 NPCs.
For the purposes of the sleep spell.
So as we get up, what is going on around us?
There's currently a battle taking place.
Are we in the middle of it?
You're on the outskirts of it.
Kundo just
No, I
shouts,
think there
"Everyone
would be a comment to be made at the amount of shirtless, beefed up men around here, but I think we should probably get moving.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
Did you hear what I just said?
What did you say?
I said Kundo just shouts, "Everyone huddle."
Eh,
A little further away from the field, please.
yes, this way.
No, more like everyone get together so I can grab you and fly us out of here.
Ooh.
Show
Fair
off
point.
your strength.
I don't
I
think
feel like
there's
that would
enough
have been something that
grabby
Kundo
handles
has
for
done.
that.
Huh?
I don't think there's enough grabby handles for that.
I got big arms.
Really, he
Oh.
only has to grab 2 people, and the other 2 people just have to link arms.
And everyone else is stuck in the middle.
Hold on to Thav because he's a big boy. And I can at least hold his weight.
It's basically Thav and Neri that grab each other's hands, and then Zerali and Tramp are just like squished in between 3 massive sets of pectoral muscles.
Nice.
It's like,
Trent is having a field day.
Zerali just squashed him against Trent, just like, this is not how I expected the day to go after finding out we're dead.
I never expect the day to go like this, but it always does.
Oh boy, my favorite.
So yeah, I'm just gonna fly everyone out of there.
Okay.
It's like so
Um,
we're out of the middle of the battlefield.
Then you have the anti-air ballistas.
They're
That
all
was
gonna hit.
right
They're
there.
all gonna hit Kundo.
Yeah. Kundo make me a dexterity save.
15.
Okay. You take 10 points of piercing damages. You manage to dodge most of the arrows, but a couple of them still do manage to get you.
Just arrows just sticking in his butt and back.
Mm-hmm.
Just ow, 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 ow.
Maybe you shouldn't be flying above a battlefield.
Maybe
Yeah,
you
these
should
are-
shut up.
These are seasoned warriors!
What is going on?
Oh, technically, I only take 5 damage because those are from range attacks, and I have my shield.
That's true.
But really, this could be very little better.
Zarali, this is technically what kind of happens.
They fight all the time!
They're dead. What do you expect them to do?
What, so they just fight for fucking fun?
Yeah?
Oh my god, it's like... Oh god, it's like... It's like Mamma Mammoth and her friends. But worse!
Yes.
Meanwhile,
I think
Kudo's in
we've
the
also
background
advanced this place.
plucking arrows out of him like they're splinters.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, when are you gonna put us down?
I said I set us down the moment we got out of the battlefield.
Yeah, you guys are out of the battlefield now.
Alright.
Yeah,
Right now,
this
he's
is
currently just while you guys are talking, he's just plucking arrows out of his arms and shoulders like the little needles in him.
This is like those days where we do all unit practice. It's not fun.
Oh, you mean the days
If
I
you're
would
in the
stay...
middle.
Oh, you mean the days I would stay in the tent?
Yes, the days that I would advise all of you to
Sick.
not go out into the fields.
Oh, lovely.
Can I look at our surroundings? That's not the, raging battle.
Yeah.
Perception check.
Yup.
22.
I am looking as well because... Just, yeah.
Sure, I'll take a look around, having kind of mentally sobered up. What do my goblin itch eyes see?
My goblinish.
Yeah.
My
so
tall
Neri-
goblin eyes.
Yeah, so Neri and Summermouth both see a very large longhouse.
Let us press on that way.
I guess feasting hall would be the better description. A very large
Meat
great
hall.
hall.
It's a meat hall,
Meat
like
hall.
from... Oh god, hopefully it's not like the one from Beowulf.
Uh,
I mean, without the Grendel, the one from Beowulf is fine.
Fair point.
the Harrod was
Oh.
a rocking place. Now, with this story, would either Zarali or Neri kind of know what this place is called?
What place?
The meat hall.
No, not specifically.
But we know it's at least supposed to be there. Probably.
Yeah.
I think our best bet is that way.
Yeah, go... At least we could get the drink there. Gods, I need one.
Alright. Put your best warrior face forward. Not actual warrior face. I don't want you to scare. I don't want you to look like you're gonna fight them, Kundo.
My face just looks like this.
He
wait.
Says as he now has particularly protruding canine teeth.
Zorali
Nice.
just pats his arms like, he can't help it if he has resting bitch face.
Can I use minor illusion to make him look happier?
It doesn't do anything. You've never seen Kundo happy. He doesn't smile. At least not that you've probably seen. I don't know. Sad Kundo noises.
I start leading the way towards the meat hall.
Zorali might have seen him smile, so she could minor illusion a smile on his face.
Yeah. It'd be weird to see Kundo smile.
Has Neri seen Kundo smile?
Neri probably
because that
has.
is a thing.
Just,
Yes.
just describe it to Zorali, and Zorali minor illusions it on.
Going to great lengths to make Kundo smile against his will.
Well, he's not actually
This is
smiling. It just
a
looks
mask I
like
wear.
it just looks like he's smiling without the thingies.
Okay.
So minor illusion doesn't move automatically, so that's gonna be weird with the he starts talking and his mouth is still smiling.
It was more just so for flavor, just like, oh yeah, do this.
I mean, he could just disguise self if he wanted to.
Fair point.
Something tells me that it would not go well around these people.
Just let him be grumpy face Kundo. Don't waste your spell.
Yeah, well, it's
Yeah.
cantrip,
It's a
so
Well, then luckily a spell wasn't wasted.
Let's go.
I'm going to use my glamored studded leather to make my outfit look like some of the men that were fighting on the field.
Oh, good.
I imagine Kundo already kind of fits in a little bit, considering the multitude of weapons he has visibly on his person. Just a long sword on one side, hand axes hanging on his belt, javelins on his back, the axe of sparks just again on his back in its other holster. He's now having to actually carry the wrath of nature, and then the withering blade is just like this rusted sword that's sitting beside his normal longsword. It's walking around like an arsenal.
And here I am with just 2 rapiers, a dagger, and a hand crossbow.
Neri's got her scimitar and quarterstaff.
So you have everyone being reasonably armed, and then you have the pincushion.
hey,
I was referring to him, not you.
I have 11 copper.
Well, you've got a stick now.
I do have a stick. I have a very, very
You
cool
have
stick.
a beaten stick.
So, how
How's
far
it
away
go?
is the meat hall?
It's a good couple miles. It'll take a couple hours.
Neri pauses halfway through her walking, just turns out to the others. Are you coming?
yes.
I'm following along.
It's gonna take forever to get there.
Well, we simply march. Eventually we'll find ourselves there. Such is the way.
Yes.
There's always more.
If any of you get tired, you know I can carry you.
If it wasn't for that one incident, I would recommend that we actually try getting horses.
I'm not turning into a horse.
Just horse.
Let's just
Uh,
No, I wouldn't ask for me to ride you.
That's creepy.
I said I wouldn't.
Let's just keep
And
walking.
Alright.
that's when the freezing pigeon comes out. All
Are
right.
any more warriors coming towards us as we're walking?
Roll a perception check.
I don't want to be mauled again.
Okay, we'll roll a perception check.
21.
17.
30!
Not 20, 22. Okay, well, Sophomus is the first to hear marching boot prints, and then eventually all the rest of you hear it.
We have time to get out of the way.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna say you do.
Alright, over this way.
Yeah,
Yes,
as
this way.
easily a good 50 armored knights come from approximately where the meat hall is back towards the battlefield.
So wait, they're going back to the meat hall?
No, they're heading from the meat hall to the battlefield.
Okay.
Reinforcements, it seems.
Maybe some guys who just finished having their drinks and decide to go out.
I know this is gonna sound a little weird, but are there? I imagine growing up, Italy might have flexed her wings around the cape a little bit. So, are there any Are there any creatures that are like winged, sort of how we know Valkyrie on Earth is, on the material plane technically?
Not as far as you can see.
Because this would be the place to find them.
Right. Not as far as you can see.
Alright. I was just curious. Guys, I hate to bring this up, but what if we fail?
If we fail, then we're dead.
For good.
Yeah. But that means we'd be separated. Maybe.
Possibly. We've died once and we're still together.
It was intervention that made it to where we are still together, though.
When we all properly die, we won't be together. We all belong to different areas, different people.
You all
This might be-
worry too much about what comes after. There's no point in worrying about that. Worry about now.
We have a mile-long walk that we need something to think of besides dodging warriors every 10 minutes.
I'm just picturing football rallies, as just hopping along by every couple minutes, just hut.
I imagine sometimes it's like we see someone who's the same person who's already run by us once.
It's like, wait, weren't you part of the last group? Hut. Like, you have a full animation loop going again and again and again.
Like the old Hanna-Barbera cartoon.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So dumb.
What would make them even want to help us? We have a slight connection here.
I don't.
We have-
Maybe we could find Valkyries like Airi.
Maybe. Or maybe they'll have us prove our worth to them. Maybe they need more soldiers. Ask. I mean, hey, we have two bards, spellcasters, very good spellcasters. We have a Kundo.
Well,
Very scary.
going, it's very, very obvious that these guys are long for battle. They want to fight. If we can give them an outlet, if we knew where to go for this infiltration, we can then direct our battle fury towards that point.
If we make it out of all of this with back in our bodies and alive, this is going to make for some amazing songs. I will say that.
Oh, yes. Oh,
After-
yes. Especially after our ballad about the fight against Asmodeus.
Yeah.
If I survive
that-
this, I'm
That
going.
one's still in works, though.
We
if I survive
need to
this and
work
go back
out
to
a
my
better
body, I'm
way
going
to
into
make.
nature.
We need to work out a better way to make Kundo look like Asmodeus, so we can do a proper performance on it for someone. And we also need to get Kundo to agree to actually fight again.
Yeah, he's a little gun shy. He was a little gun shy after that.
And not everyone's quite up to apparently performing for a demon lord.
We
Devil.
didn't know he was a demon lord beforehand. We just thought he was
Devil.
a tiefling. Devil, demon, whatever. We thought he was a
There's a
tiefling.
difference. There's
I-
a difference.
I know, I'm just saying. Ugh. It's bad when the druid knows more about tieflings and devils and demons than the tiefling.
It. I had to have a lot of religious studies with Mom.
I know.
It's not like you're naturally ingrained with the knowledge. You were just born this way.
I know.
Concern.
All she knows is that she's a tiefling.
I see concern.
Maybe I was born this way.
Well, had her birth mother survived, I'm sure she would have been given more knowledge about shit, but...
What exactly do we know of the culture of Ysgard?
They like fight.
You'll be to fight, and then you'll be to die, and then you become back, and you can do more fight. Duh.
You'll fight, you drink, you fight, you die, you'll come back and drink again.
Exactly.
Oh. Alright.
Would we know that, would at least Neri and Zerali know that, and know that if at least they die in this area, just would pop back into existence in the mead hall?
You can assume that.
Whether it's
assume
true or not for us specifically.
Yeah. It was never specified where they come back. It's just specified that you do come back.
Do we know the god that this if there's a god to this plane?
Not specifically.
Not a specific one.
Yeah, no, not. There's no one specific god. A lot of, yeah, like a lot of gods of battle and war hold some domain here.
Yeah. So I guess we're just gonna continue chugging along.
Like as
Give.
I guess as we're walking, like Zerali's just strumming on this new lute that she was given just to try it out. Like not casting any spells on it or anything, just like seeing how
Right.
it plays as a lute.
I don't care about the magical effects. I just want to know how it's tuned.
Well, she's a bard. It makes sense to want to know at least how it sounds when played musically.
You do need to know how to use your songs to play it to make the magic. So.
Mm-hmm.
God of Secrets,
plays
one
very
thing, but
well.
not God of Music. This lute's all out of tune.
He's kept it sitting on a shelf for who knows how many years.
Yeah, to be fair. yeah. It does not start very well tuned, but you manage to get it tuned very easily enough.
She's just like muttering to herself, switching between common and like if it's a really scathing remark, she's saying it in Infernal, but it's just like standard like, oh okay, this one just needs a little more tightening. That's in common. Like the really scathing remarks are like whatever the Infernal word for fuck would be. She's like you hear that a lot.
Okay.
Neri's just fiddling with the amulet.
Eventually, you will get to door of Mead Hall.
Sorry about
Do,
the
do,
alarm.
do.
Sorry about
Do.
sorry about the Matryoshka alarm.
I don't know why I have become Russian. This is not right accent for the Eastgard.
Well,
It'd be more
Clearly.
Scandinavian, wouldn't it?
someone brought
Bork.
vodka.
Bork.
German.
Someone brought vodka to Mead Hall, and now you'll speak like this.
Duh.
Ah,
Bork. Bork.
Little did you know that we as Guardians, we speak in the cultural accent of whatever alcohol we consume.
quick, someone get these guys some French wine.
Oui.
Fuck these bitches. This is Russia. I'm just picturing them drinking bourbon and all of a sudden they're rednecks.
Now you see here, Sonny, I got this new cup of old Kentucky whiskey.
Yeah.
That's
'cause
especially-
bourbon is American.
Get them some moonshine.
That's funny to me.
God.
That's especially funny to me because I live within perceivable walking distance of a bourbon factory.
That's amazing.
Alright.
Now we
Okay.
just need to get them some scotch. Aye.
Okay.
Aye.
Alright. You are now at the doors of the meat hall, and these are very large doors, 20 feet in height, carved out of a fuck ton of wood and very ornately detailed with murals of battle from various different art styles throughout the ages.
Shall I push these open?
Let me try. Let me try first.
By no means.
So Neri just takes a deep breath and she places her hands on the door and just starts pushing.
Okay.
Probably won't open, but
Roll me a strength check.
does my powerful build come into this?
What does powerful build do?
Mechanically, it doubles your lift and carry capacity.
It does not give you advantage on strength checks to push, pull, lift.
No, it just doubles the amount that you can.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's not gonna affect it then.
Yeah.
That's 20.
Okay.
Would
You
say
managed
that I would
to-
reduce the DC that would have to be met.
Yeah, that's basically what it does. You start pushing the door open. It's quite the large door, but being a lore girl, you can push it open with. It isn't easy per se, but it's definitely not as difficult as, say, Zerali or Tramp would have.
So I asked then for Kundo to help.
I, yeah. Tramp goes to push on the door, and he just kind of hits it with his head.
In before critical one when I roll this.
That was a save.
Oh, it is a save.
Rip.
What's my strength score? That's roll strength. 19.
Okay, yeah. Between the two of you, you can push it open fairly easily, and as you push it open, it hits the wall with a resounding bang, and everybody in this hall. There's at least 5,000 people in this hall. Everybody.
Big hall.
Well,
Yeah. This is like a big hall.
That's a friggin' city in a building.
More
or less.
Kundo is immediately uncomfortable.
I am
Mary
uncomfortable.
steals herself
You got this.
as she knows she's being looked at.
Zerali
Don't
just
worry,
starts
I've
clutching
been-
at her amulet, just like, oh dear.
Don't
Oh,
worry.
shit.
I believe in you. You have bardic inspiration.
Mary will step inside the meat hall.
Is there like a place to leave your weapons, or does it look like everyone has them at the tables?
Oh, everybody's got their weapons at the table. I mean, you can see in the corner there are people brawling at the table.
Is there a place for where a very important figure would sit, like a very big chair?
The biggest chair. We want the man with the biggest
Yes,
chair here.
Yes, there is, but it's currently unoccupied as of the moment.
Rain immediately says, Kundo sits in it. No, he has a bit more sense than that.
Yeah.
Kundo sits in it. Kundo is now leader of clan.
That's
To be fair, if I
again,
could keep that chair,
I
I'll let everyone
walk
record half of it.
that's 10,000 bludgeoning damage. 5,000 because I'm raging.
Would all of them reach my face at the same time?
Who said it was from all the warriors?
Okay.
5,000 bludgeoning damage is a giant ass sits on you.
Does it look like anybody's going to, like, get up to go towards
Doesn't-
Neri as she steps in?
Doesn't look it.
I don't know who to address because the biggest guy is gone. I don't know if there's other big people here.
Just shout it out.
I mean,
Deal
it
yourself.
depends on your definition of big people.
Just do
Important,
yourself and
but
do
big
as
people.
I would do.
By the way, does this biggest chair, does it actually seem like it's made for a giant?
Bigger.
Ah,
Yeah, a god.
gods aren't necessarily that big.
Maybe God of War.
Oh boy, we found Odin's chair.
Yeah. As far as important people go, I mean, there's some fairly large individuals. There's a there's a lot of normal people-sized races like elves, dwarves. Well, not so much elves, but like dwarves, Goliaths, half orcs,
Can-
full orcs.
Can I perceive or insight the crowd to see, okay, who seems to be getting the most attention?
I'll say insight.
Can I do the same?
Yes.
That is a 14, and that
Just
Okay.
around.
There is a fairly large gentleman, and by large I mean approximately about the size of the solar that you encountered earlier. decked out in very ornate or very fine fur armor. It looks like it's made from a bunch of creatures, like
Big high armor.
unicorn. Yeah. Thick hide fur armor made of very exotic materials. And he seems to be, at least as far as you can tell, the second in command, as most people have gone from looking at you to looking at him.
I look at him and oh god, my nerves are like shaking.
You have bardic inspiration.
No, this is Andy shaking.
I can't
Okay.
help with that.
I think,
You still
think
have
you're bardic-
bardic inspiration.
yeah, I think your bardic inspirations are D12 now too.
Yes. You
Yup.
do any ability check or attack roll or saving throw you do, you can roll a D12 and add that.
So Neri looks at the second in command and will say as loud as she can. This is now just Andy. I'm not gonna shout it.
Yeah, that's fine.
We have come to petition aid on behalf of another deity, Mythosia. There is a war going on, and we need the strongest of warriors.
There it is.
We will prove our worth. I will prove my worth to you to see that we belong here. And she's making direct eye contact with the second in command.
Okay. Okay. I just had to check something. Okay, you good.
Bye guys, I love you.
And deals 200 damage.
No.
I
Oh, it
could
turned out.
survive that.
Oh, it turns out he's actually 5 Maruts in disguise. Wellness. No. No, Maruts are bullshit.
They
You should never
are
fight one of those.
extreme bullshit.
Hey, how about 120 damage you can't avoid? That's force damage.
She
No.
and Neri
I was
kind
just
of like
checking to see what
holds
things you can-
giant actually.
Huh?
I'd say this in giant.
I was just checking what languages he knows. He knows all of them, so it doesn't matter.
Alright, well, and she will say then, she will then just wait for him to respond to her.
Roll persuasion with advantage.
Alright, guys.
Time to roll persuasion.
I'm gonna add that.
Inspiration.
Rubuting. And that's a 30 on persuasion.
Well, all right, damn then.
You have been ultimately persuasive.
Yes, on the Imperium.
I'm now just waiting to see what's gonna turn out of this because oh god, I'm terrified.
I just have this funny mental image of her trying to talk her way through it. And every time there's a failure, she comes back to the two bards who are like, "You got it, champ, you got it." Like a fighting ring, but you're talking.
Yeah,
They
so
just pat her head.
he looks to everybody, looks back to you. Oh, what the fuck are you waiting for? Get a drink, god damn it. Everybody, yeah!
This is weird.
Joke.
Yeah, and the feasting begins again as he beckons the 5 of you over.
I immediately go over.
Okay.
Just
We
follow
will
along.
end the session there.
Before we end the section, are there giant tankards of whatever alcohol that they're drinking available for someone to grab?
Define giant.
As in, big enough to completely fill an empty man's stomach.
Yes.
There are no tankards big enough for that.
Dav is gonna Dav is gonna grab one and start drinking because he's had a hell of a day.
Yeah.
Neri might be thrown into combat soon.
I mean, to be fair, there's also giant-sized tankards insofar as tankers meant for giants.
Kundo takes one of the tankards
I got
meant for
decent
giants.
constitution. I can handle it.
Okay. Yeah. So we will.
Thought of
Kundo
smash.
just takes one of their tankards meant for giants and just goes, nice. Because he can.
Okay. So. Yep. So we will end the session there as you go to meet with this large angel man.
Very large man.
That I somehow convinced to talk to us.
Lord Greyboy.
Saw the strength and mightiness of all of us and decided, yeah, these guys might be cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord man.
Very large.
Yes, Lord man who is stronger than a solar.
Damn.
Pyrians are scary, man.
Mhm.
30 strength.
That was fun and
Okay.
terrifying.
Yeah.
Okay, time to end stream.
Yeah. All right. Anybody have anything they want to say first, or we just want to all say goodbye and?
I'll say
You
goodbye.
can find Armored and I on Ori's channel every other Tuesday, or every other Saturday, starting the 15th. I'm playing my Chaotic Disaster Bard, and he is playing a Gnome Rogue. Oh my god, is that his voice? Oh.
Oh no, I'm trying to perfect it.
You can also find Batty and I on Ori's channel every Tuesday afternoon, where I am the DM, and Batty plays Genji as a Nymph Ranger Druid.
No, I'm not taking too kindly to all these Gingy references.
Yeah, he's also not taking too kindly to our Rob. Oh,
Fucking
yes,
whore.
yes, and his musical proficiency is insults. I'm very tempted to give him vicious mockery as a racial cantrip.
I would love you forever.
Alright then. Well, alright then, I've got to head out.
Alright,
Alright.
later, Ash.
Hope
Bye
you all have a
guys
good night.
on stream.
Bye.
Hope everyone on the stream has a great night.
It was so
Goodbye.
much fun. Bye.
Alright, and we should be meeting back up same time around the same time next week to continue on.
Yep. We're actually now not going, oh, hey, a week passed by and suddenly we're so much stronger.
No.
We are in proper campaign mode now, folks.
Woo, woo, woo.
Yep.
Alright, well, if that's it, then I guess we'll just see everybody next week. Later.
See you next week, guys.
Bye.
I'll